Hello.
The Ashley and Gus show.
Yay!
Hey,
We're the Gus and Ashley show.
Yeah, we are.
Depends on what mood I'm in.
Just a little closer to me.
I'm sorry.
You're all fraying on the one.
Oh, okay.
So, we are tonight. We're going to talk about living healthier in 2024.
Yay!
Yay! So,
What sparked this? I mean, not that it's a bad topic. I was just curious. Was there something specific you were like, let's talk about this? Gus chooses the topic, so that's why I was curious.
You could choose the topics.
I don't, and I'm not volunteering.
Oh, okay.
I just asked, like, what was like, oh yeah, let's talk about health stuff.
I just think everybody always wants to improve their health. We mentioned this in our broadcast the other day.
My hair.
You know, I know a number of professional athletes. These guys and women are on TV. You see them, you would know their names. I know some of these people. Every single person that I've met in some way or another wants to improve their health. They're not satisfied with their health, or they think they can do better than where they are.
Right.
We were talking about the other night, Tom Brady. We had a wonderful opportunity to be in Tom Brady's presence last year.
So cool.
And he was talking about how I'm always trying to get better. I'm always trying to get to the next level. I'm always trying to better my body.
I mean, the guy's in tip-top shape.
He's an animal.
I mean, exactly. I mean, he's in like amazing shape, but even he, at the pinnacle of his fitness, is like, you know, I could do better. There are more things that I could do. And I think that's really cool because I guess to know, even from people you think are perfect, there's always room for improvement.
100%.
So I won't say I felt like I was shamed, but I was on a call that I go every week on Zoom, and some of the ladies had decided to do dry January. And at first I was just like, yeah, no. And then, I don't know, something shifted in me yesterday. And I was just like, you know, I could stand to at least give this a try. Not that I
dry half of January.
Well, I kind of thought about it. I'm like, you know, you talked about your weight loss goals for this month. I have some. I'd like to lose some weight before our next conference. And it's not going to happen at the last minute. This isn't something, you know, this is one of those small... You have to do something every day. And, you know, just thought, you know, maybe if I didn't have those calories every day.
Right. Well, we're going to give you 10 ways. We're going to give you 10 ways.
10 ways to live healthier in 2024.
Number 1.
Eat well.
Eat well. Nourish your body correctly. This is something we did. This is something we decided to do this year. Besides it, I forgot about this.
You've been pretty good anyway. I mean, we weren't eating crap, but you just got super intentional and said, hey, why don't we go on the Mediterranean diet and just eat like cleaner.
Well, yeah, so we jumped on the Mediterranean diet at the beginning of the year.
It's delicious.
I do all the cooking. It's a little challenging, but we're eating very healthy, and we feel better. We feel lighter. I've lost a couple pounds. I know Ashley's working towards her goals. Everybody always wants to.
I quit drinking. They drink wine in the Mediterranean. Okay, stop.
They drink one glass a week. No,
see, so I just kind of thought maybe I just need to go cold turkey for a little bit. But yes, you want to aim for a diet rich in, or a balanced diet rich in fruits and vegetables.
Even the snacks, like last night. Before dinner,
it was so yummy.
We eat late anyway.
We do. So like around, I don't know, 7:30 or so, I'm like, I'm kind of hungry, but I don't want to eat something dumb, right?
Yeah, so I whipped up some hummus and carrots and celery.
And you had that basil pesto.
Oh, and the basil pesto with that, and it was actually really good.
It's just a thing. Like, you don't need to find things that are necessarily like fat free or low fat. You just need to like not eat a lot
healthy
of them.
Fats.
So you spooned out like, this is how much we should have, and even that we didn't finish it because there weren't enough carrots.
All right. Along with eating well, number 2. This is so important. I am really good at this.
She's excellent at it.
Hydrate well. If anybody knows me,
This is my thing.
I always have my ice. There's ice and water in here. Even when we travel, here's a travel hack for healthy getting hydration.
He's really good at this. If you're picky about having cold water.
If you're picky about having cold water, I love ice. Going to Europe for me is sometimes a challenge. They don't believe in ice.
They don't.
I was trying, like, last time I went there, I was seeing if Amazon could deliver a European ice maker with the right. plug in. But anyway, travel
Yeah.
hack for cold water. I pack this with ice before we travel, and I make sure all the fluid's out when we get through TSA. And I've only been stopped once, and he didn't make me remove the ice, and I've done it
A lot.
at least
Probably 50
50 to 100
to 100
times.
times.
Yeah. Anyway, so it's all good.
So if you're picky about having nice cold water with you when you travel, just fill up your Stanley or your Yeti or your whatever cup
Right.
with ice. So anyway,
so eat well. The next thing,
Right.
so we're gonna nourish, we're gonna eat well, and we're gonna
drink
hydrate
more water.
more water.
They still say 8 to 10 glasses a day, adjusting based on your activity
Right.
levels and climate.
All right. Number 3, move your body.
Woohoo!
Find an activity you love. See, Ashley is really, she's really into running.
I
So
love running.
She loves
it makes
running.
me feel good.
I
Except when it's under 40 degrees.
I hate to run. Most people don't like to exercise. I find it a challenge. I do exercise, but I also take like other activities and count them towards my activity. I was out breaking up ice today for 45 minutes on the driveway.
Fun.
I worked out enough today. My shoulders are sore. I probably put in 5,000 steps doing that.
I was going to say the day before that, I was actually out there shoveling.
Well, and the day
like,
before that, we did strength training. We did our strength training with our studio.
Yep.
Tomorrow will be a snow day here. I'll be humping snow all day, for a couple hours. That'll be a workout.
Good video.
Yeah, it'll be a good workout for me.
Yeah.
I like fun activities.
I do. Well, I like to dance and I like to listen to music while I run. So that's kind of my me time. And
my preferred activity is skiing. I like to ski.
Yeah, but we're not going to be able to get out there.
We're not going to ski this weekend, though.
So yeah, we'll figure it out. But anyway, the whole point is find an activity that you like to do. Exercise shouldn't feel like a chore. Explore different activities, walking, running, dancing, swimming, cycling, or team sports, but just find something that you truly enjoy because that'll make it easier to stick with.
And anything we're telling you today is nothing you haven't heard.
Staying healthy
is simple.
It is.
It's not easy. It's simple, but it's not easy.
Not easy.
Yeah. So
number 4, stay active throughout the day. Take the stairs instead of the elevator, park a little further away, do short bursts of activity throughout the day to keep your body moving, and aim for at least 150 minutes of moderate intensity exercise per week.
We had a really cool thing that involved stairs at the end of last year.
Did we?
Yeah, we went to Tucson, Arizona, and we stayed at a resort.
Oh, it's so nice.
And,
can we tell them which one?
Yeah.
It was the Westin La Paloma Resort and Spa. Beautiful spot, right at like the foot of the mountain. Beautiful views. Yeah. Every time you looked at the mountain, it looked different because it was like, okay, sorry.
And our contact, he said, listen, we got to.
I was like, can we get a suite? Because we're going to be there for a while. And I'm not usually one to say, can we get a suite? But yeah.
So he puts us in a suite because there's an issue.
Yeah,
the elevator is not working to get to the suite. So you have to take the stairs. Now, it was 3 levels up. It wasn't that bad. The suite was ridiculous.
It was totally worth it. And I mean, we kind of thought about it. Like, you only need to drag your luggage up there once, right? Then it's just, you're there.
We got to work at it there.
We took the stairs and then, but it was good. But yeah, I mean, just having an opportunity to move your body, finding opportunities to move your body will make you feel better all around. It's good for your brain. It's good for your body. It's good for your heart. And yeah, just even a walk, and this is another thing we were talking about recently. Like, even if you have 6 minutes and you're like, I only have 6 minutes, I'm not going to bother. Do something for 6 minutes. Run in place for 6 minutes.
Yeah.
Do squats. Do some push-ups. Do some sit-ups. Like, fill that 6 minutes up. You'll feel so much better about yourself.
So take those stairs. Park. Here's something we do.
Do some push-ups right now.
I do this. I do this for other reasons, though.
What do you do?
Park far away. Walk to where you gotta go to the supermarket.
Gus does that because he doesn't want people to mess up his car.
Yeah. So
I'm on board with that because I have to. Oops, sorry, I didn't mean to kick you. I have to listen to him complain if the. Yeah. So Yeah, if we're somewhere, especially there's always a parking lot where like the spaces are a little more narrow. It's like, okay, somebody's gonna ding our car. Let's just
The
park over
park
there.
away and be proud that you get to walk those extra steps.
Yes.
Anyway,
Yes.
next thing, quiet, prioritize sleep. Number 5.
What?
Sleeping begins with bedtime.
Mm.
Try to maintain a regular bedtime. We our mentors, one of our mentors goes to bed at 9 p.m. every night. I won't even have dinner on the table by 9
I
p.m.
was gonna
tonight.
say I don't think we're quite ready
Yeah,
for that, but he
but
also gets up at like
5 a.m.
the ass crack of
But
dawn.
we've been doing really well.
Which is great.
You and I have been getting a good solid 8 hours and 20
We
minutes or
have.
so of sleep the last couple months.
So for a lot of folks who are still like running and spinning by the time they lie down in bed, the tip is to create a relaxing bedtime routine. You want to establish a regular sleep schedule and stick to it as much as possible. Of course, they're talking about the weekends looking a little bit more like what your week looks like instead of vice versa. So
You're right.
yes,
You're challenged with that.
I am.
You sleep in.
It's
weekends.
Saturday. I'm going to sleep in.
Yeah.
I don't need to get up unless I have something I have to do. And you're right. I also know that, I need to kind of hit the reset button on that. So this is a good thing that we're talking about this right now.
And number 6, it goes along with your sleeping. Optimize your sleeping environment. Ashley and I were talking about it the other night. We kicked the heat up a little bit, and we were both uncomfortable.
It was too
had
hot.
trouble sleeping.
We didn't sleep well.
It should be a little cooler.
Well, and then what was it? A week ago, we were at
we
were at a hotel that had like unruly hot air flying in the door. I mean, it was just baking us. We couldn't sleep. I couldn't sleep. I didn't sleep.
I couldn't wait to get up in the
awful.
morning to go out and get out of the heat.
Yeah. So, but make sure you have like comfortable pillows. Make sure you have comfortable bedding. Make sure that you can get your room dark. I go nuts if there's an outdoor light that's on after I've gone to bed. I'm like, no, you got to shut that sucker off or I'm going to bolt awake in the middle of the night and freak out. But that's just me. See? So know yourself. So number 7
falls under mental well-being, how to take care of your mental health.
Practice mindfulness. Take time each day to be present in the moment and focus on your breath. Meditation and yoga can be great tools for mindfulness, but even simple exercises like deep breathing can help reduce stress and anxiety.
Again, some of the people we follow, Gary Brecka.
That's so cool.
Why am I drawing blank on his name?
I don't know. Who was the other person?
What's her name's husband?
Huh?
Minkoff. Not what's her name's husband? I can't think of his name.
I don't know. I don't know. Whose husband?
Jesse
Itzler.
Jesse Itzler.
See, now I know who you meant.
They're both those guys. They won't start the day, and they're both in optimal health. They won't start the day without doing 30 deep breathing exercises. Look it up. There's apps on. There's apps for everything.
There really are apps for everything.
There's not enough for doing the work though. You still
this is
get
the thing.
the work in.
But it's not. I mean, this isn't difficult stuff, right? This is not heavy lifting. It's just, but it requires intention and requires you to take the time and commitment to say, I'm going to do this for myself. But it's another one of those things where you're just like, man, I did that. It feels so good. I'm so glad I did that.
Yeah. So if
you can just sort of bring that confidence with you after you've done it.
You can do yoga, do meditation. People do journaling. All this stuff will help your mental health and help you calm it down if you need to do that. Number 8, connect with your loved ones. Reach out.
You mean like this?
Yeah, but more like we both
call my dad.
We both have children live outside the house.
Yes.
We call them, reach out, say hi.
I like hearing how my babies are doing.
Call your uncles, call your aunts if they're still around. Call even some of your friends that you don't talk to often.
Yeah, spend time with your friends and family, join clubs or groups based on your interests, and make an effort to build meaningful relationships. COVID really did a dance on a lot of us in terms of how connected we were and stayed with people. And in some instances, and we've talked about this before, maybe we've stepped away from some negative relationships or relationships that are not as valuable to us. But it's important to keep cultivating, keep meeting new people, and keep connecting with people that you love, because it does something for your body and for your mind. So that's important.
Yeah.
Yes.
Overall health, number 9 and 10. Schedule regular checkups.
You're really good at that.
Yeah, I want to live a long time. So.
I know, and I appreciate that. I'm always
So-
like, oh, I don't have time to go to the doctor. I don't have time to make an appointment. And then later, I'm like, that was dumb. I should have just gone.
I look at it as a
It's not
strategic
that long.
plan, a long-term
It's
plan
really-
between my doctor and myself, and what
It
we have to
is.
get done, and what
You're gonna outlive your doctor.
what tests do I need? I already outlived one of them. What tests do I need? What do I?
Oh, now I'm gonna have to figure out who that was.
What tests do I need? What should I be doing?
Yeah.
Here's what we hear all the time.
What do we hear?
Especially when you get in your 40s. If you've not been to a doctor, if you are over 40 and you've not been to a doctor in 10 years or so, go.
There are a couple of screenings you probably should sign up
for.
Well,
the amount of people, I mean, it opened my eyes up. There's a friend of mine died at 45 years old from a massive heart attack on the golf course. A guy, if you looked at him, you would have thought he was healthy as could be. He didn't drink. He didn't smoke. He looked very healthy. He had underlying heart conditions, and you don't know that. I didn't know I had high blood pressure. So in my mid-40s, I've been to the doctor, and the doctor was like, whoa, what's going on with your blood pressure here? And
but you had no symptoms of anything.
No, but it's one of those things
but
you
that's
don't
why
have
you go
symptoms.
get it checked.
So,
right?
so then for me, I said to the doctor, I said, listen, I said, I don't want to go on medicine for the rest of my life. What can we do? She goes, change up your diet, exercise somewhere. So I actually went vegan for about 6 months and was exercising a ton. And I came in and my blood pressure had come down. It was still not acceptable levels. And I had to go on high blood pressure medication. It was hereditary in my family. And it's just something that happened to happen.
But you're on a low dose. You're under the care of a doctor, and you have also done a lot significantly to.
I was a time bomb.
Right. Well, that's it, right?
If you're carrying an extra 30 pounds,
yes,
go see that doctor. The doctor will tell you eat right.
It's not about fat shaming. This is about living a really long life. And man, that extra, I can speak from experience. That extra couple of pounds, like it starts to really, like it hammers on your knees, your joints. You're going to feel it so much more in parts of your body, and you're like, why does that hurt? Why does that hurt? And you're like, because I'm carrying extra stuff around.
If you're over 40, get your colon, that's what I was going to say.
Get all those, girl doctor things taken care of.
Eyes, your skin. I mean, I don't talk about it much. I'm a skin cancer survivor. And me, I don't look at here, but I'm fairly darker skin. It was on my chest, actually.
Okay.
I'm fairly darker. I'm Italian. I had darker skin, and
he's significantly darker than I am.
Doesn't look like a hero.
No, it really doesn't.
Here's a funny story.
Funny? Oh, okay.
Can I tell a story?
No, you may not tell that story.
Why?
No,
it's funny.
It's not appropriate. We're not telling that. We'll tell you that story some other time. Keep following us. So I'm going to go in for number 10 here.
You're funny.
Listen to your body. Pay attention to how you're feeling. Rest when you're tired, eat when you're hungry, take breaks when you need to. If you're not taking care of yourself, you can't take care of anyone else. And you want to greet the world fresh and energized and in a good mood. And it's really hard to do those things if you're not taking care of yourself.
Listen to your body reminds me when...
What did your body say?
I thought I was having a heart attack.
Yeah, you did. I remember that. I was terrified.
I was terrified. Terrified.
I was too busy being terrified to even think about what you were feeling. No, I was just I've got to just be responsible.
We were
drive to the.
We were actually heading to our trainer. We were getting ready to go work out. We're getting ready to work out with you. If you're in, give a shout out to Dwayne at Vertex Fitness. Woo! If you're in the Philadelphia area, he's in Bala. He's got a great fitness studio. Bryn Mawr. Anyway,
to me that's like eons away from Bala.
We were on our way. It's 5 minutes from there. We were on our way. We were on our way to
Bryn Mawr.
Bryn Mawr.
Yes.
And the whole left side of my body was numb. And
he was really quiet. He didn't say anything to me until he said,
I'm always really quiet.
"Yeah, you're not." I'm like, "Oh, he's not like chatty. He's not like, we're not riffing like we usually do."
I literally pulled over and said to Ashley, take me to the hospital immediately.
Oh, God.
And by that time, the funny part was, by that time, the feeling had come
Like
back.
by the time you got to the hospital.
By the time I got
You
to the
were
hospital. But I walked into the hospital and
Yeah, they threw you on a table.
they threw me on a gurney in the waiting room. I didn't even sit there.
Ripped off his shirt.
Yeah, I ripped. I didn't even have me in. I walked into the waiting room and I don't even think the lady let me
There was
sit
no
down.
chit chat.
I don't
He
think she let
said
me sit
something
down
about
in the
my
chair.
heart, and there was.
They threw me on a gurney, ripped me, took me back to ER, and put probes all over my body, and
Which was really fun to watch them take them off.
I took them off, and it was still like pulled my skin off.
But
anyway,
he listened to his body.
I listened to my body, and luckily,
turned out to be
a pinched nerve. I was skiing a couple days before, and a kid plowed into me, and I went down one arm and pinched a nerve. But it was scary, but it was fine when it was done. But I had every test.
Yes.
I mean, they even tested me for. They took X-rays in my chest for lung cancer. I mean, they
well, while you're there,
I was there for
the
about 6 hours or something like that.
Yeah.
With all the tests they were doing.
It was pretty much our whole Friday, but you know what?
My blood pressure was through the roof that day. My blood pressure was like 185.
Bet you mine was too.
185
but
or
the
140.
Point is,
the machines were screaming.
Gus listened to his body, yes. And nobody wants to be in a situation when they're in an ER, but nobody wants to be in a situation
in a coffin
where they wish they had gone and didn't. So
yeah,
so listen to your body better than anybody does, and don't let anybody try to talk you out of it. If you're not feeling right, go call a doctor. Go call the ER. Go get whatever that is tested. As I said, it better than anybody else does. Advocate for yourself.
Yeah,
you're worth it.
And I'll say this to the other: if you're over 40, don't push it. That's the other thing.
Yeah, I was told not to. We were both told not to shovel after age 50, just because. Well, if you look around and you see some stats, that seems to be the point where everybody starts to make it back in. But,
I had some serious injuries in my 20s from action sports and stuff like that, but that stuff catches up to you.
It does, and you don't bounce back from it as fast.
Yeah, so it's careful to not re-injure some of those injuries. Take it easy, but then good with listen to your body, and if your body's telling you understand the difference between. We do strength training, and you do the running, and I do some other thing. There's a difference between your muscle getting fatigued from the exercise and pain from something wrong.
Yes, absolutely. We're both a little sore today because we worked out with our strength trainer yesterday, so our muscles that we worked out are sore. But that's different from the pain of something being wrong.
I have a ski injury from 30 years ago that every once in a while it flares up, and I got to be like. To my strength trainer, okay, I'm in pain because of an injury. I'm not in pain because I'm working out.
Right, which is important again, and that's where you speak up. That's where you're the one who knows the difference.
So here's the other thing I will say.
Yes.
Ashley and I know we have some billionaires in our world, some very wealthy people. These wealthy people spend a ridiculous amount of time on their health,
but it's not so ridiculous when you realize how important
you look at
is.
I'm a big Rolling Stones fan. You see Mick Jagger, who's still out there running in his 70s, running on stage in his 70s and being crazy and nuts. The dude's working out 4 hours a day. He's working on his health 4 hours a day.
He's investing in himself.
He's investing in his health. He's investing in his future. He's probably got a good
20-some
more years.
It's his little ass.
Yeah, it's just, I mean, it's just he's an animal.
He's in great shape, and so let's look at those examples and realize that he wasn't born that way. He works at it.
Gaga was.
Well, there you go. But works at it every day, right? And the point is, again, you don't have to be in the gym for hours and hours. It's about small changes that can lead to big results. If you start to eat a little bit more healthier, you're going to start feeling healthier probably immediately. And if you're trying to drop a couple of pounds and you're really watching it, you don't need to do something drastic to lose weight. You just need to do this much every day, and it starts to add up.
Mm-hmm.
So focus on how those small changes can lead to a big result, and focus on incorporating these tips into your daily patient or daily lives, and just be patient with yourself. Realize that you're not. It's not going to be perfect tomorrow, but it's what do we say? Base hits win the
Base hits win the
win the
game.
game.
Yeah.
It's always we're always trying to ramp ourselves up for a home run, but really, it's the base hits
Yes.
that win the game.
All right.
So with that,
We're going to roll.
thanks for joining us.
Thank you for joining us.